Thank you.
My observation, was that when this was originally built and proposed, phase 1 and phase 2, the economy was a lot different than it is now. I mean, that's just a reality. And as far as your concerns, again, I have talked to Chief Snell within the last month about noise issues, and he is willing to send his people out there. We are making plans, to try to get a meeting with Walmart management to address some of these issues. I know it might be noisier now that it's getting to be summertime, so this might be a good time to try to plan something. Okay? So you'd be willing to participate in such a meeting?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Have you had a chance to talk to the chief about that particular issue?
I spoke to the police last year. I had the police out there with myself at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I was told by an officer, that it was a private parking lot, so they have really no jurisdiction to do anything. That's when I brought up the thing, saying, I know if I sit in my backyard with a stereo blasting at midnight and a wild party going on, I'm sure I'd have some business. That's all.
I'm sure Chief wouldn't mind following up with you.
Yeah, if he can give me the times or the days of the week where they're out there, we'll get the noise meter out there and we'll measure the decibel level from his residence to see if it's in violation. If they are, they'll be cited.
When can you speak to the noise ordinance at all, off the top of your head?
Well, we do have a noise ordinance. It's hard for our department to enforce it because it happens nights when we aren't around. So.
Okay, well, we can address those things later. Is there anyone else who would like to speak about this project?
Could you please ensure that everyone speaks directly into a microphone? Thank you.
Are you referring to anyone in particular? I'm trying.
Yes, the last gentleman, he turned his head away from the mic, it's very hard to hear, and then he was sitting in the back of the room, and I'm sure that everybody wanted to hear what he had to say.
All right.
Yes, but he was very animated.
That is true.
Is there any other speaker about this project? Seeing none, Wayne, any further comments?
No, I don't have any.
Ron,
No, not at this time, thanks.
board comments about the project?
No, but I think that we should probably adjourn this to the next meeting, and so we can discuss with these people and some of the property owners about the berm and the lights and so on and so forth.
Well, I will make an observation that even the people that got up to speak against the project said that they weren't against the zone change for the 3 parcels, and that these other issues were, issues having to do with phase 2.
The public hearing's still open. I don't know if you want to close it.
How does the board feel about closing the public hearing?
Or if we're going to have discussion on it, perhaps we'll leave it open. I'm just making an observation. I guess my questions are relative to Mr. Green on the fence issue that Mr. Murphy brought up in the berm. Is that something that you're willing to speak to him about or address with him as part of this process, even though it's not a land usage issue? Would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I guess my comment is as the deputy supervisor said, what we're looking at is just the zoning from the regional commercial to general commercial to approve this. And then I think we can look forward, because I know myself, Jessica, Ron, we went over in that area and walked it, we looked at it, and there are items that should be addressed, but I think we need to close this public hearing and act on the zone change as we have presented it.
At this time, I'd like to close the public hearing.
Second.
Any further comments from the board?
Wayne, have we got a county referral back? I don't seem to have one, but I don't know, we're waiting to hear from them, I know we've referred out.
I'm not sure if we did or not, I don't have it from.
Last time I checked with your office, which was yesterday, we have not received it. They are set to meet on May 5th,
Yeah.
which is when we're expecting them to give the referral. And so, I was going to speak to that actually. I would recommend that the action be deferred until you get that referral back.
Obviously, we need the county referral before we make, our planning board has made a positive recommendation, obviously been referred to the county, and it's necessary for us to act further legally.
When are they gonna meet on those?
May 5th, yes.
Do we need their feedback before we vote on this?
Well, you could act subject to their recommendation, but because you have only 4 board members right now, that would make it a little complicated. Not knowing what their recommendation would be, if they disapprove it and you approve it, you need majority plus 1 used for majority vote.
All right.
So,
Well, then we will defer a vote until we get the county resolution.
that would be our recommendation.
Okay. Yeah, when's the next meeting in May? Ours comes after that. Wow.
May 12th.
May 12th?
May 12th.
Thank you. We would plan to vote on it on May 12th then.
Yeah, we'll accept that. We understand the need for a county referral.
And perhaps between now and then, you could just follow up with Mr. Murphy, address that one issue, and then we can move on.
Would you guys allow public comment at all with that, or no? Because you closed the public hearing?
You could submit anything in writing, Tim, if you want to provide any information to us. More than happy to look at it.
And you have our telephone numbers. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have to make a motion on that?
Make a motion to defer
Second.
till the next meeting of May
May
12th.
12th.
Yeah, that's the motion.
Mr. Conway,
Yes.
Mr. Jennings,
Yes.
Mr. Coro,
Yes.
Ms. Zambrano.
Yes. Thank you.